Welcome, my friends. We're talking about Town Hall 8 Queen Walk into Hogs. Now, this is a kind of Va-Baho, well, not Va-Baho, but just Vaho in a sense. So this is going to be the first attack. We're going to speed this one up and then I'm going to show you the 3-star. The main tweak is a couple of things that he did differently. On this first attack, of course, this was the fresh hit. So he wasn't quite sure where any of the troops were. He wasn't quite sure how to handle the queen, how to handle the king, all that good stuff. Well, as far as the wall break in. But this time he brought four Valkyries, and look at this brilliant walk here, guys. Almost got the job done. He would have gotten the job done, but of course on a fresh hit you're not quite sure where the spell should go, you're not quite sure where the Tesla farm is. So this time, just not quite enough firepower at the beginning of the raid for these Hoggies here. He just had a couple mistakes as far as the second heal. He put the skeleton down here instead of up top. That's going to be one trick. And then the final heal spell, just a little bit out of place because, again, he didn't know where those Teslas were. So a very nice hit for a fresh hit. Lloyd showing us powerfulness indeed. Look at that. King and Queen up, just going to run out of time, unfortunately. But now we'll get to the good stuff with Beast is a Beast. So here is the 3-star attack. Now this is brilliant. Just a slight alterations on the kill squad, or on the troop composition. He's going to bring four Valkyries instead of 5. So he's going to have 3 extra Hogs to get the job done. So that's going to be a nice little tweak there that he's got going for him. And even that one little tweak plus the difference of the skeleton spell plus the heal spell placement is going to get the 3-star. You notice not too much tweaks. I mean, it's pretty much the same strategy. He even had to pop the ability early on this one. And the previous attack didn't have to pop the ability until later. So already, again, same sort of strategy. Now, why this walk? Well, if you're going to do a walk, which, you know, again, Spartans Legacy players, I've always said I'm above average attacker. They are better than me at 10 out of 10. I mean, I've been a huge slump, guys, at the 10v10, and the Spartans Legacy people are on fire, man. They're so good, and so, you know, they should have a YouTube channel. Yes, they should. Anyways, that's why I'm highlighting their attacks, because their OP is awesomeness and serious skill here. So letting the queen do her thing, just kind of queen walk. We'll speed up the queen walk just a bit going through this hound. No need to watch that. And then this time he realized he didn't need as many Valkyries to get down the Inferno Tower. Great jump spell, and he cleared out that Archer Tower here because otherwise the Valkyries would not path towards, it would cause too much damage. He wanted them to path into the core here. With the King ability, going to be able to take down the Queen and that Inferno Tower, and here comes the Hoggies riding in. Now because he knows where all the spells, the jump spells are, he's going to put, or not jump spells, because the traps are, he's going to rage, just like last time through this first tough section. They're going to heal afterward. Now the one tweak that he made that made a difference, look what he did. He's about to pop the Skelly spell as the Hogs come up to the north. So what that means is, look, Teslas are not taking down Hogs, and he's able to put the heal spell a bit further higher. Before he had this heal spell a bit lower, so under the Teslas, the Hoggies got destroyed. Even under 2 Teslas and a cannon, they could not withstand it, and plus that giant bomb, because he was able to put the heal spell a bit farther north, that made the difference in the 3-star, and that is beautiful using Hogs. So many Hogs up left, and B showing us that, you know what, he needs a YouTube channel, so give him a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up for him, because that was gorgeous, my friends. That was gorgeous. Now, where are we going to go next? We're going to go with some more 10v10 action, this time using dragons. We got a lot of different strategies today, so stick around. Now, I actually hit this base, yeah, I hit this base and Grizz hit this base. Grizz came with the plan, I hit it. Y'all probably saw me on stream. I do live attacks on stream, guys. Definitely come to Twitch. I Twitch more than I YouTube. Anyways, so Lloyd just perfected it and honestly came in on a better side. Even though I didn't get down the air defense, I do like where he came in. He was able to get to these expos a little bit quicker than coming in where we both come in. So again, this was the cleanup attack. Pretty much everything the same thing on the cleanup, everything the exact same, but a different entry point. This time he's going to enter in on the 9 o'clock side. If you notice here, And that way he's going to then push through the base. How I entered and Grizz entered, we entered from 3 to 6. And look at all, it just not as much power here. You know, you want, because at the beginning of the raid, you're going to use your spells up. You're going to use a couple rage, and he's able to just get into these archer towers and mainly these expos right away. He didn't have to fight through the CC. He didn't have to fight through the queen. He was able to get to the air defense, sorry, not archer towers, the expos much quicker. He's got loons over here to trigger some bombs because he knew they were there. And look at this, guys. Look at this Buttes McGutes healing up outside of the Infernal Rage, just giving his his dragons a couple extra hit points before they use the double rage. And look at that. Very nicely done, because he got into the expos very quickly. Now, I did not see that. Honestly, I did not see that on my attack. I must admit, I didn't even see coming over there, but maybe after 2 hits, Lloyd was like, you know what? A tweak needs to be made, and I think he's right, because there was definitely more storage units over here and less, it took him longer to get to the back side of the base, and the dragon just kind of petered out by the end of that. So very nice tweaks to this attack. Very nicely done. Yes, it comes down to the wire, but guys, 10v10s, they come down to the wire a lot. So very nicely done on Lloyd's part, showing us how to dragon hit those bases. And look at that brilliant, hey, we have a live one. You want to go watch the live one? Let's watch the live one. Let's do a live attack. Let's, oh, look at that live attack, and we missed it, and almost a 3-star, very down. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Okay, let's go on to Brav's hit using Queen Walk Lalo. Now, this was a beautiful Queen Walk, simply beautiful. But I think the previous hit on this used Hogs, and he just saw the brilliant pathing of the Queen Walk. Now, I mean, this is just brilliant, guys. I can't say anything about it. I don't even know if I would have spotted it. Probably not, because my 10v10 hit rate is abysmal, as I've said before. But we'll continue onward and upward. But he's gonna just walk all the way from 6 all the way up to 12, and this walk is amazing, keeping clear of every single Inferno tower, and he's going to wall break in and use the king. Now, a lot of times on these Queen walks, the way to push the queen into the middle of the base, you can use a king or maybe some bowler bounces up here if you wanted, but he's just going to use the king. That way, he's going to ensure the queen will step inside. Otherwise, she would just loop around the outside perimeter and it wouldn't get the value. But look at this amazing queen walk. I mean, this is what you want to look for a queen walk in the sense of how much value you can get out of it. Trying to stay clear of the infernos, but you can go into the inferno eventually. But just dealing with the base very systematically, and the rest of this he's just going to lie low. I mean, this is just brilliant. Look, King just funneled everything at 3 o'clock. Didn't even need boulder bounces. He realized the King would do it all with his ability. Pretty powerful stuff. Now, if you don't have a level 40 King, well then, you know, you can still do it. Maybe give him some support with a wizard or two. But look at this. Look at this brilliance. Now, I know everyone doesn't have max heroes, but you can still do long queen walks even without a max hero. She might not be able to get as much down, but she definitely will still get a lot down. Losing a couple healers, he's going to have to pop the queen ability right now. But look at this. By the time here comes the Lalo, of course, we're going to definitely start at 6 o'clock. You would never want to start at 12 o'clock because the queen's up here. Let her do some work, you know. If she dies out, that's fine. You still got the Lalo from the bottom half of the map. And look at this, my friends. Look at this. Oh my goodness, lost every single one of his loons almost. Something I do need to work on myself. Let me pause it. A lot of people put red bombs by Inferno, so if you know that, maybe put a test loon first. I still need to remember to do that myself. Sometimes it can be hard in the moment to put that test loon and then put the back end loons. So the test loon triggers all the red bombs and stuff, so it doesn't take down all your loons. So if he had done that, he would have had like, I mean, he would have crushed it. He already crushed his base, but he would have totally crushed it in the sense, well, he would have had way more loons up. Pretty nice attack. But this was the first attack again using this strategy. It was already hit using a different strategy, but first time using this strategy, and that's tough to do. Sometimes new strategies, you know, you're not quite sure how the queen might path, but pretty smashed this one. You know, had a lot of pups left at least, and had the queen up as well. So very nicely done from Bravs, showing us that, you know what, guys, 3-starring queen walking at Town Hall 10. Try to look for that. Just look through a base and see where you can wall break her in, if you can double wall break her in, if you can do a jump, and hopefully it will go well for you on certain bases. Not every base can be Not every base can be queen walked, but here's our last Town Hall 10 triple using my beloved miners. Oh, I love the miners. No, I don't like the miners. Everyone knows that. The spam attack is still back, but you got to use the meta in the game and you know, get the job done. If your base is going to be minerable, then miner it, right? Hopefully one day soon, Supercell will get rid of the miners, or at least the spamminess troops. I'm just not a big fan of it, but it's okay. King and queen putting the funnel in, and this is kind of usually typically how you do miner attacks, mass miner. You let the queen go on one side. Sometimes you can put giants in front of the queen, as he did, or some minor, you know, other tanking units, and let the king take the other side. And all that the heroes are doing, they're just kind of creating a funnel for the miners to go inside the base. You see how they really have nowhere but to go inside the core. A little danger section is this gold mine. He might have a couple miners shift off to the gold mine, and he does, but thankfully not too many miners. That's what you don't want. You don't. It's just they're kind of like dragons. On, you know, you don't want them to shift them off. On my hit that I used that I failed this past war, I didn't quite get the funnel right, and it cost me dearly. Dragons drifted off, even, you know, into La La Land, I should say. But this was a substantial hit and pretty powerful. It's very hard to stop miners these days. On certain bases, and the core here just pretty much smashed it with all those 5 heal spells, and the level 2 Inferno is just not quite enough firepower to get the job done. So Blast showing us that miners are back, and yeah. No, you can use miners, guys, but I hope one day Supercell will get rid of them. And that, my friends, is something for some 3-star attack strategies for you. And maybe, hopefully learn something, or not, or just were entertained by something I said or not said. That is the question. I don't even know, but I shall catch you later. Halo.